The movie screen didn't just turn off. It screamed. A loud, sharp sound blasted through the theater, like metal tearing apart. The lights exploded in a flash of blue and white, and every single seat shook at the same time. Then the screen cracked. Not in the movie. In real life. A long, dark crack spread across the giant screen, glowing faint blue. From inside the crack, two bright eyes opened and stared at the crowd. Someone yelled, "It's coming out!" The crack ripped wider. A tall animatronic climbed through the screen and dropped into the aisle with a heavy thud that shook the floor. On the broken screen behind it, red words flashed once. Five Nights at Freddy's 5, only in cinemas, December 29th. The words vanished. The theater doors slammed shut. Locked. And the animatronic smiled. Earlier that night, it felt like the biggest event of the year. Caleb checked his phone again as he and his friends walked toward the theater. "This is real, right? Just one night." "Yeah," Ryan said. "December 29th. Only in cinemas. After tonight, it's gone." Emma laughed nervously. "That makes it cooler. And scarier." The old theater stood at the end of the street, its sign flickering blue and white. Some letters were dark. The air around it felt cold, even though it wasn't cold anywhere else. Caleb stopped and looked up. "Why does this place always look wrong?" "It's just old," Ryan said, but he didn't sound sure. Inside, the lobby was quiet. No music. No trailers playing on screens. Just the hum of the lights and the smell of popcorn. A woman stood at the ticket counter. She didn't smile. "4 tickets," Caleb said. She handed them over slowly. "Screen 5," she said. "Once the movie starts, please remain seated." Emma frowned. "Why?" "For the experience," the woman replied. That answer made Caleb's stomach twist. They walked into the theater. It was half full. Teens whispering. A few adults sitting alone. Everyone seemed excited, but also nervous. The lights were already dim. Ryan leaned in. "See? Normal." The movie didn't start with previews. It started with a black screen. A clock appeared. 11:59 p.m. A low ticking sound filled the theater. Tick. 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 Caleb felt his chest tighten. The clock flipped. 12 a.m. The movie began. At first, it was slow. A dark room. A child's bed. A hallway outside the door. Shadows moving just a little too much. 10 minutes passed. Then someone stood up near the back. "Is this part of it?" a man asked. The movie froze. The theater lights flickered blue. The man laughed. "Okay, very funny." The exit doors slammed shut. Hard. People gasped. Someone ran to the door and pulled. Locked. The screen went black. White words appeared. No leaving. No pausing. Caleb pulled out his phone. No signal. The speakers crackled. A child's voice whispered, "Don't hide." Behind them, something scraped the floor. "Metal." Ryan whispered, "Did you hear that?" Before Caleb could answer, a loud bang hit the ceiling. Dust fell onto the seats. The screen flickered back on. The clock now read 12:12 a.m. The movie continued, but the sounds didn't match anymore. Footsteps sounded closer than the screen showed. Breathing felt real. A vent near the aisle rattled. Emma grabbed Caleb's arm. "I don't like this." The vent burst open. Something fell. A metal hand hit the floor and twitched. People screamed. The hand pulled itself forward, dragging a broken arm behind it. Then the screen cracked. And the animatronic climbed out. Now, in the present, it stood in the aisle, taller than the seats, its body patched together with wires and metal plates. Its eyes glowed bright blue. The emergency lights flickered on, bathing the theater in cold blue light. Caleb stood frozen. "This isn't real." The animatronic turned its head toward him. Like it heard him. The speakers crackled again. "Night 1, the child's voice said softly. The animatronic took a slow step forward. People ran. Seats flipped. Someone fell and screamed. Someone else screamed and went silent. Caleb grabbed Emma's hand. Move! They ran toward the side aisle. Ryan followed close behind, breathing hard. They reached the exit door. Caleb shoved it. It didn't move. Behind them, the animatronic laughed. A broken, happy sound. The screen flashed on again, now showing the inside of the theater from above. A red dot blinked in the corner. Rec. A timer appeared. 12:14 a.m. Emma stared at the screen. It's recording us. The animatronic charged. Caleb turned to run. And the front doors exploded open. Not to the lobby. To darkness. Endless black. Someone tripped and fell into it, screaming as they dropped. The doors slammed shut again. The animatronic stopped moving. The timer kept counting. And the screen displayed new words. Welcome to 5 Nights at Freddy's 5. The scream from the person who fell into the darkness echoed for a long time. Too long. It dropped lower and lower, like they were falling down a deep hole with no bottom. Then the sound stopped all at once. The theater went silent. Caleb's heart pounded so hard he thought everyone could hear it. The front doors stood closed again, looking normal, like they had never opened at all. Ryan whispered, "That wasn't outside." Emma shook her head slowly. "That wasn't anywhere." The animatronic was gone. Just gone. No footsteps. No metal scraping. No glowing eyes. Only the blue emergency lights buzzing overhead. The theater looked destroyed. Seats ripped open. Popcorn everywhere. A jacket lying alone near the aisle with no one wearing it. Caleb tried to breathe. "Where did it go?" As if answering him, the screen flickered. The broken image cleared, and the movie screen now showed a small room. A desk. A spinning fan. 2 metal doors, one on the left and one on the right. A clock on the wall read 12:30 a.m. Text appeared beneath it. Survive until morning. Ryan swallowed. "This is a game." Emma looked at him. "No. It's worse. It's real." The speakers crackled again. The calm voice returned, older than the child's voice from before. "If you can hear this," the voice said, "then the rules still work." Caleb shouted, "What rules?" The lights dimmed. The blue glow faded slightly. A slow breathing sound echoed from the left side of the theater. Deep. Wet. Close. Emma pointed. Behind the seats. Something stood up between the rows. Another animatronic. This one was thinner and taller than the first. Its face looked stretched, like a mask pulled too tight. Its mouth opened slowly, but no sound came out. The screen flashed red. Left door. Caleb looked around fast. "Where's the door?" Ryan spotted a metal door hidden behind a curtain on the wall. A red button sat beside it. "There!" Ryan ran and slammed the button. The door dropped just as the animatronic lunged. Its claws slammed into the metal door with a loud screech. Sparks flew. The sound hurt Caleb's ears. The breathing stopped. The animatronic stepped back. The screen changed. 12:45 a.m. Everyone stood frozen, waiting. Then the camera view switched to the right side of the theater. Something was crawling on the ceiling. Fast. Emma gasped. "It's upside down." It dropped down near the screen, landing hard on all fours. This animatronic was smaller, but faster. Its eyes flickered blue and white like broken lights. The screen flashed again. Right door. Caleb ran this time. His foot slipped on spilled soda, but he caught himself and slammed the button. The right door dropped just as the animatronic jumped. It smashed into the door, denting the metal. Caleb fell backward, his hands shaking. The lights flickered. Then they went out. Total darkness. No screen. No doors. No cameras. Just sound. Footsteps. Metal dragging. Fast breathing. Someone crying. A scream cut off suddenly. Then another. The lights snapped back on. Blue again. The screen returned. 1 a.m. The theater was quieter now. Too quiet. Caleb counted quickly. Not everyone was still there. Emma whispered, "We're losing people." Ryan clenched his fists. "We're not next." The screen changed again. The security room door on the screen slowly opened. Behind it was a long hallway. Real walls. Real lights. A sign above it read, "Maintenance access." Caleb's eyes widened. "That's not part of the movie." The calm voice returned. "That hallway exists." Emma shouted, "Who are you?" A pause. "I helped build this place," the voice said. "I didn't know what they would become." The lights flickered again. Both metal doors in the theater shook at the same time. The animatronics were hitting them together now. Learning. The screen flashed red over and over. Power low. The metal doors began to rise. Slowly. Caleb felt panic rush through him. "We have to move!" They ran toward the stage as the doors lifted inch by inch. The sounds behind them grew louder. Metal scraping, broken laughter, heavy footsteps. The screen went black. Suddenly, the lights turned bright white. Everything froze. The animatronics stood still, mid-step, mid-reach. The theater was silent. The screen turned on one last time. New words appeared. "Night 2 has begun." Caleb felt cold breath on the back of his neck. He turned slowly. The smaller animatronic stood right behind Emma. Its eyes opened. And the lights began to flicker again. Caleb didn't shout. His body moved before his mind did. He grabbed Emma's arm and pulled her forward just as the small animatronic snapped its jaws shut where her head had been. The sound was sharp and loud, like two pieces of metal clapping together. Emma screamed. Ryan spun around and shoved the animatronic hard. It stumbled back, hit a row of seats, then stood up again like nothing had happened. Its eyes flickered blue and white, blinking too fast. The lights dimmed. "Run!" Caleb yelled. They ran toward the stage as the blue lights flickered wildly. Behind them, the animatronic let out a high, broken laugh and chased them, its metal feet hitting the floor fast and light, like it barely weighed anything. The screen flashed again. 1:01 a.m. The calm voice returned through the speakers. "Light slows them," it said. "Darkness wakes them." "That would have been helpful earlier," Ryan shouted. Caleb spotted a small door near the side of the screen. A faint blue glow leaked out from underneath it. "There," Caleb said. "That door!" They burst through it, and slammed it shut behind them. The hallway beyond was narrow and cold. Old pipes ran along the walls. Wires hung from the ceiling. Blue lights flickered, buzzing softly. The air smelled like dust and metal. The door behind them shook once. Then again. Then stopped. Everyone stood still, listening. Emma wiped her eyes. "Is it gone?" Before anyone could answer, the lights flickered brighter. A screen on the wall turned on by itself, showing the security room again. The clock now read 2 a.m. "You can't hide forever," the calm voice said. "You must survive until morning." Caleb swallowed. "What happens at morning?" There was a pause. "They stop," the voice said. "Most of the time." The lights dimmed slightly. A loud beep echoed through the hallway. "Power critical." Ryan groaned. "Of course," the calm voice continued. "There is a power room at the end of this hall. You must keep the lights on." The door behind them burst open. The small animatronic rushed in, faster than before. Caleb grabbed Emma's hand and ran. Ryan followed, breathing hard. The animatronic chased them, its laughter echoing through the hallway. They reached the power room just as the creature jumped. Ryan slammed the door shut. The animatronic crashed into it, denting the metal. Inside, the power room was hot and loud. Cables covered the walls. Panels blinked red and blue. A large lever in the center shook like it might snap off. A warning light blinked. "Low power," Caleb grabbed the lever and pulled it up. The lights surged. The animatronic outside froze mid-scratch, its fingers stuck in the door. Everyone slid down the wall, breathing hard. The clock changed. 3 a.m. "We're halfway," Emma whispered. The calm voice returned, sounding tired now. "They learn as the night goes on." As if on cue, the building shook. Heavy footsteps echoed from outside the power room. Not one. Many. The lights flickered again. Caleb's heart raced. "They're all coming." The screen switched to show the theater floor. Multiple animatronics stood there now, taller ones, smaller ones, all watching the hallway door. The lever began to shake. "Don't let it fall," the voice warned. Ryan grabbed the lever with Caleb. "Hold it!" The light stayed on, but barely. The blue glow pulsed like a weak heartbeat. A loud crash echoed above them. The ceiling vent burst open. The small animatronic dropped into the power room. This time, it didn't freeze. It learned. Emma screamed. Ryan grabbed a loose metal pipe from the floor and swung it hard. The pipe hit the animatronic's head, knocking sparks loose. It stumbled, but didn't fall. The lights flickered. The lever slipped. Darkness rushed in. The animatronic moved faster. Caleb slammed the lever back up with all his strength. The lights burst on bright white. The animatronic froze, one claw inches from Emma's jacket. Caleb shoved it away. It hit the wall and collapsed into a pile of wires and metal, twitching once before going still. The lights flickered wildly. The screen flashed. 4:15 a.m. "Almost there," the calm voice said. "Do not lose the light." The theater shook harder than before. A loud crash came from the hallway. The biggest animatronic yet stepped into view. Taller than the others. Wider. Its eyes glowed brighter blue. Its smile was stretched too wide, like it was carved that way. The lights flickered. The lever slipped again. Caleb felt panic explode in his chest. "No!" Darkness swallowed the room. The animatronic roared. Emma cried out. Ryan shouted. Caleb slammed the lever upward with everything he had left. The lights snapped back on. All the animatronics froze at once. Mid-step. Mid-reach. Mid-lunge. The screen flashed again. 4:59 a.m. The theater was silent. No breathing. No movement. Just the hum of the lights. Then, 5 a.m. A loud bell rang through the building. The animatronics collapsed to the floor like broken toys. The exit sign at the end of the hallway glowed bright blue. Unlocked. Caleb didn't wait. They ran. They ran past fallen animatronics, past torn seats, past the broken screen. They burst through the exit doors into cold morning air. The sky was pale orange and blue. Cars passed on the street. People walked by, holding coffee, talking, laughing. Like nothing had happened. Caleb dropped to the sidewalk, laughing and crying at the same time. Emma hugged him tight. Ryan lay on his back, staring at the sky. Behind them, the theater looked normal. Quiet. Empty. Police came later. Workers said there was no special screening. No cameras recorded anything. No tickets were sold. The poster was gone. That night, Caleb lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. His phone buzzed. A notification appeared. 5 Nights at Freddy's 5, final showing. Only in cinemas, December 29th. His bedroom lights flickered blue. And somewhere very close, a child's voice whispered, "You survived this time."